Adolph Rupp a racist? That's the guy we're talking about based on the title, the most racist coach in college basketball ever. I don't know about that, but I decided to tackle this story with Adolph Rupp, or this anecdotal look at Adolph Rupp. Was he a racist? It goes deeper than just being a racist, or anyone can change the narrative based on what they want to believe or based on what their agenda is if you look at things on the surface. It doesn't always tell you the true story of anyone just looking on the surface. You got to get a little bit more in depth, a little bit more detailed. And even with Adolph Rupp and the times in which he came up and the things he had done while coming up, it probably needs some explaining. Now, am I an expert on this kind of explanation? Maybe not, but I think it's something that it's compelling enough for me to get into. I think for some of you out there, it may be just as compelling. So was he a racist? I don't know, but that's what this is all about. I believe he could have been a prisoner of the times. I know that sounds pretty generic, but there's some truth to it. The reason why, go back all of these years when segregation was the law, especially in the South, where you had real laws like Jim Crow laws. To you, if you grew up in that environment, that was your idea of normal. I know things might have been different in the North or the Midwest, but in the South, Jim Crow laws were normal laws for everyone to abide. Black folks, I guess, were the ones doing the abiding, but nevertheless, it was the law of the land. So when you grow up in that kind of environment, well, you're probably going to adopt everything that comes along with it, especially if you're the benefactor. So I think being a prisoner of his times kind of hurts the case, but also helps the case, because you have to look at it in another lens. You just can't take 2022 and look at what was done back there and think they should have known it was wrong. Now, of course, I'm not going to act like people should not be held accountable. There was a civil war fought over this. So he and others like him knew that there was something awry. They knew something was different. They knew that there wasn't inequality. But nevertheless, he could have been a bit misunderstood.